Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers and subscribers, at the channel we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because it saves lives. That is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives on this channel. We at this channel aid criminals, their financiers, their supporters, enablers, and the likes with a passion, and we do not want them over here. Yes, let us repeat ourselves. We do not want any criminal supporters over here. Please, we do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes, or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you, the criminal supporters, enablers, financiers, and all the likes, to go to prison or madness. Let me repeat myself. We at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we do not want the criminal supporters and their circle over here. We want you to go to prison or madden. Moving on to our video. Yes, we can see that the political violence, taking back, breathing its ugly head up, and looking at the right, this is the second video now we're gonna do about this man, charge of badness, but we'll be doing some serious background investigation about this man. You understand? Because whenever it comes to people losing their lives and then arson and stuff like that, and it's in the name of politics, we're totally against it, and we're against violence against people, period. Because we at the Jamaica Young Police channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and to respect the rights of everyone. But we know that these two individuals, Vybz Kartel, who's in prison, and some people, they are praying for him to, his low IQ, slow supporters, for him to win his appeal. The only problem that we have with Vybz Kartel is that the government did not put the death penalty. Yes, put the death penalty on the books and apply it to him. So he would be on the condemn block now, waiting on the hangman news, and he would be hung already. That's why we don't believe in the leniency for criminals. No, you kill someone, even Stevens. That's why we do at the Jamaica Young Police channel believe in preemptive strike. So we'll continue the journey. So we have seen what is happening right now. So we're gonna give you an update on this man, what them call charge of badness. We're not gonna tell you his last name is Barnes. You understand? Yes, his last name is Barnes. Charge of badness. Wow, what kind of name is that? But apparently, negative connotation with names and stuff like that, people gravitate to it. Nothing good, nothing positive, to say that, yes, say, yes, righteous man, that, showing that you're all about goodness, but because you're all about evil, that is why you call yourself badness, just like Vybz Kartel. And the worst part about it, this man is from my community where I was born and raised. And his mother is living in Lime Tree Lane in Jungle. Yes, his mother. How on God's earth you sleep at night knowing what you have done over the weekend and done even before then? You and your wife Lisa. Yes, I am talking to you. How do you sleep at night? That what it's only a matter of time before everything that you have been doing will catch up with you, because there's no sins that go unpunished. I know that you're listening because of some people that knows you contacted us at the Jamaica Young Police channel, but we can tell you this, we cannot be bought, and we are not any political operative, and we owe nothing to anyone, only to the Jamaican people, and we believe in the rule of law. We do believe that people like you must live in fear of losing your life and not the law-abiding citizens. and the blood of Rum Punch is on your shoulder. You, Vibes Cartel, and Raymond Price. Yes, when we say that without any apologies, based on the information received and obtained. So we're going to talk to Raymond Price right now. Yes, Raymond Price, how do you feel within yourself as a man, as a Jamaican, as a Rear Admiral, to see the destruction that has been done? Also the killing of Rum Punch. Yes, this young man, Rum Punch. How do you feel? Which was done in your name and the name of the PMP LGBTQ plus party. How do you feel knowing that the killing of this young man, the torch, the arson, the bombing of these people's house, leaving them homeless? How do you feel in yourself, Raymond Price, to know that this was done in your name because of votes? You want votes because that's the only way that you can win election, by making these people to displace them. I don't see why the opposing side trying to show the unity when you are one of the main perpetrator behind this madness. You understand? And they just need to release the recording of the conversation that he had with Charge Badness. Yes. You understand? We're living in the era of technology where things that you think that you can do and get away with, it's just right at our fingertips. And we can hear everything. So it's just for them to release it and let the public hear you talking with this criminal-minded man who, and see, we go right back again. Brian Lego Sykes is the one that released this man. That's why this man, Charge Badness, the man on your right, that's why he's out. And that's the reason why the PMP LGBTQ plus party, which is a criminal organization, wants Paula Llewellyn gone, because once she's gone, she's not going to be there to give the brief to the United Kingdom Privy Council about the murder case that Vibes Cartel is convicted with. You understand? But we know that the killing of Rum Punch, which was done in your name and the name of your party, your PMP LGBTQ plus party, which is a criminal organization. I know it doesn't bother you, Raymond Price, because by nature you do not have a conscience or any sense of decency, honesty, truthfulness. So it is easy for you to put on a facade, thinking that you fool the Jamaican people. Still, you can't fool the residents of Gregor Park and those of us who knew the modus operandi of the PMP LGBTQ plus party, which is a criminal organization. You and your party leader, Mark Golding, want to take us back to the dark days. Still, we are not going to allow you and the others, PMP LGBTQ plus criminals, to do that and destroy our little island and make sure it is a criminal's paradise more than it is right now, as you and your party, which is a criminal organization, have been doing and putting the necessary in place to make sure that it happened from the 1990s. We know, Raymond Price, that the PMP LGBTQ plus party aspirant for the Gregor Park St. Catherine seat would like to take the Jamaican people back to the days of the 1970s, when people were terrorized with battle bombs, homemade bombs, dynamites, and gunmen waiting outside for their victims to come out the fire so that they could kill them, because it is all about votes and numbers. What about the love for humanity? You don't see these people as your brothers and sisters. You just see them as votes, as numbers. You have no love or care in your heart for your fellow Jamaicans. All you're thinking about is power, and power by any means necessary. It doesn't matter who you kill, who you displace, and you think that you're supposed to be sleeping comfortable at nights and you enjoying all the good things in life with your family, while other families are suffering at the hands of you because of your doings. And you think that you are so bad and so evil that you think that you're going to get away with what you have done. In case you do not know, in life it doesn't work like that. In the laws of nature, everyone have to get paid for their deeds. Yes. So if you don't work, you can't get paid. You understand? So I am from the belly of the beast, and I do not support violence against the people by anyone. And we do believe that every gunman must live in fear of losing their lives and not law-abiding citizens. Raymond Price, the blood of rum punch is on your shoulder. Yes, the blood of rum punch is on your shoulders, and the demolishing of the houses that they torch over the weekend is, and those tears, they're on your shoulder, and you won't escape the judgment. You will suffer just like how Anthony Spalding, the member of parliament from the community we are from, you will suffer the same fate because of what they have done. Once you're killing people, displacing family, causing pain, God won't let you get away. You will suffer. You will use your faces and rub your head, your face. All the people who have done evil to Jamaican people, they suffer before they're dead. Even your great leader, Michael Manley, talk about. So don't worry. Your suffering is right at the end of the tunnel. So don't think that these people, when they die, Tony Spalding and Michael Manley, they suffered. They did not even know night from day, and they were playing in their feces, in case you do not know. Yes, most Jamaicans did not know that, but Louis Farrakhan spoke about it. You understand? Yes, Michael Manley suffered before he died because of the wickedness that he has done to the Jamaican people. So all of you who want to believe otherwise can continue to believe that. Wickedness, PJ Patterson will suffer before he dies too. Peter Phillips will, because of the blood of the people that they have on their shoulders, because of votes and power. You think that God is sleeping? Yeah, just wait. Your day is coming, man. You understand? Don't think that you're gonna escape the wrath of God. If you don't pay for what happened over the weekend, your children won't escape, because you will see the tears shed by the families that have been left homeless due to your supporters' terrorist attack on Saturday in the name of votes. You won't escape the wrath of God. Also, you, Mr. Barnes, your charge of badness, OCJ, who should not be in this country, the United States of America, because of your past killings of Jamaicans by you. It is essential to know that these are just allegations, and Raymond Price has not been convicted of any crimes. However, if these allegations are true, it is very concerning that he would want to take Jamaica back to the days of the 1970s. The violence and crime of that era was a dark chapter in Jamaican history, and it is something that we should never go back to. Mr. Price, we won't go back there. So to you and the PNP LGBTQ plus party, we won't go back to that day, dark days, when Jamaica was the criminals, when Jamaican people live in fear. Although my family, we did not live in fear because we weren't a part of what was going on. But people, you understand. But, you know, I had to relocate because of the violence started in my community by people affiliated with the PNP party. The issuing of guns by police officers to young men to kill other young people because of votes in Rima. And that's the reason why I hate criminals with a passion, because criminals are a parasite that feed on people. Mr. Price holding Raymond Price accountable for his words and the secret recordings of him talking with this killer planner, charge of badness, should be released, and wicked people should be made to account for their actions. If he's as guilty as the guys who committed these crimes, and we say this without any apology, so the people who have committed these acts of terrorism over the weekend, they're just as guilty as charge of badness, Raymond Price, Samopal, and the likes. And no, none of them must not escape the wrath of God and the wrath of men. They should pay, and pay dearly too. And we at the Jamaica Young Police Center, we hate criminals with a passion, and we won't let it slide. Wicked people should be made to account for their actions. and we say this without any apologies, we need to make sure that he does not promote violence or crime, that he works to create a safe and secure Jamaica by all citizens. Raymond Price is not a law-abiding citizen because he supports criminality, as his leader, Mark Golding, who marches with Danville Palmer. And some people will be like, why you keep repeating that? Because it says, show me your company and tell me who you are. Yes, Danville Palmer is a criminal. Yes, and he's a criminal supporter. I don't know how this man have been able to be around this long. You understand? Why the police? Why something hasn't been done about him? It seems that the government have to put some form of program in place, as what Data and Henry was doing in Clarendon, to get rid of these men. If it wasn't for the chatty mouth, fully duns, Chucky Brown, that police squad could continue to rid the country of crime and make Jamaica a better place for people. Because sometimes you have to use the unorthodox methods. Criminals not supposed to have any rights. From your violating other people's rights, it's just even Stevens. You understand? It is also important to remember that Raymond Price, a Rear Admiral, is a member of the PNP LGBTQ plus party, which operates as a criminal organization. And when we say that Raymond Price is a Rear Admiral, we're not saying it because I showed up in a year. We're saying it because of based on our background as a detective. Because we know that Raymond Price, he was a suspect in a murder case of another Rear Admiral. That's his son of Dwight Nelson. So if Raymond Price want to think, say, want to sue me and them thing there, yeah, that one we say my Rear Admiral is because his name was found in Dwight Nelson, Rear Admiral's son's private book, where he make notes and both him lovers, them and them thing, and Raymond Price was one of his lovers. Yes, he was one of his lovers. So that's why we say that you're a Rear Admiral. We don't say it because we hear people say it, we say it because we know for a fact. So we'll continue the journey right here. So that's why you can't, people who are Rear Admiral they don't have empathy, sympathy, and all those things. They're not on decency and a sense of truthfulness in them, because by nature they're anti-nature, they're anti-everything. You understand? So we'll continue the journey. So we know that because Charge Badness owed to his financial elevation in life due to his connection with the PNP LGBTQ plus party hierarchy, he was able to get a United States visa to visit America, and now he lives here. We know a lot about this man, and he is not just one person but a part of a criminal organization. He represents all of what the PNP LGBTQ plus party represent. The modus operandi of using terrorism, threats and intimidation to get what they want at the ballot box. We do not care who the man or the woman wanted to vote for. It is their business to choose the party and candidate of their choice, and not to use violence to get their way. I can tell you what they did to me when I was a police officer. You know, twice when I registered to vote. You know, the people they send my voting information. I don't even live in St. James. My voting information that I should vote at Barnett Street Police Station when I stationed at St. Andrew's House. Twice. You understand? So I don't know why we act well, because I did not make it known that I am a PNP LGBTQ plus supporter and activist in uniform. So they sent my, when I check upstairs at Unspear to vote, they said my name was not on it, and they make checks. They say, oh well, you know, you're supposed to be in St. James, man, and I never work in St. James yet. Twice they did that to me. So, you know, that was a way of thieving votes from the other party, because they think that I'm going to vote for the other party. So I didn't get to vote. You understand? But I can tell people this. I don't support criminality. I don't support terrorism and what these people stand for. That's why They are the one that destroyed the people's mind of my community where I was born and raised. And that's the reason why at this channel I just talk truth to power. Because I want the people them to get back the power. Because once you get back your mind, you know, the people cannot control you, you can't think. So that's why a lot of them, most PMP, LGBTQ plus supporter and activists, they don't like to hear my voice. Because they know what I am saying is the truth. They cannot say I'm lying, you know. They just say that I am a labor right. So when they say that I am a labor right, they are just saying that labor rights are honest people and decent people, and PMP LGBTQ plus supporters are criminal minded and criminal supporters. So they are not making a case of themselves. Because if you are attacking a person because of you think that they are affiliated to a party, in which I attack both political parties, I am not leaning this or leaning that, but it's just that when they come on to the PMP, I know that they're evil. I have seen them in action and I know how they operated. You understand? So that's how it is. Yeah, as we stated before, we do not care who the man or the woman wants to vote for. It is their business to choose a party and candidate of their choice, and not to use violence to get their way. Many people in the PMP LGBTQ plus party are committed to peace and security, but the ones who are not a part of the party decision making process, it is on the support and the likes. We know that the action of one person don't tarnish the reputation of the entire party, because that is how they operated for decades, by killing other Jamaicans to gain power. They would rather rule over the ashes of Jamaica because they do not love the country. The only thing that they love is power. Ultimately, it is up to the Jamaican people to decide whether or not they want Raymond Price and the PMP LGBTQ plus party, which is a criminal organization, to represent them in St. Catherine. We have done our research and made an informed decision based on the facts. We will not be swayed by fear or misinformation, because we are fearless and proud informers, as also our employer is Uncle Sam. Yeah, so we are a proud informer of Uncle Sam, because we work with Uncle Sam. You understand? So Mr. Raymond Price, the known Rear Admiral and the PMP LGBTQ plus party representative for the community where the bombing of the homes and the killing of this man rum punch, I want you to know that the blood of this man is on your shoulder, and that the tears of these residents who have lost everything due to the act of these terrorists. Lisa, who is the wife of Charge Badness, OC Chair, Mr. Barnes, is responsible as the others who carry out this act. Yes, Charge Badness, you're gonna carry blood. Yeah, if you want, you can call the Jamaica Young Police channel and we'll talk to you. We talk with you, you understand? But don't think that we are idiots over here, you understand? So Charge Badness, yeah, if you want, you can call the Jamaica Young Police channel. Text us and let us know. You understand what I'm saying? Yes. So we know that, you know, based on the information received and obtained, you are responsible for the death of Rum Punch. You don't have to be physically there, but you know, I think called conspiracy. Once more than one person plan to commit a crime, that is conspiracy. You're guilty as the people who commit the crime, and you know that because you're a criminal. Although you're not, you know, you were convicted for murder of the security guard you and back to, and yeah, Chief Justice Lego Sykes let you go. You understand? So yeah, and other, we call you to, you know, who is Duck Boy. We are not going to let you get away with your crimes of what you have done over the weekend at Gregory Park firebombing. To our viewers and loyal subscribers, members of the Jamaica Young Police channel and Patreon squad, we want you to know that the bombing is not a gang conflict, but a political operation done by and on the instruction of Charge Badness, OCH, Mr. Barnes, who was in prison in Jamaica for the murder of a security guard, and he was released by Chief Justice Brian Lego Sykes and back to lose his appeal. When Charge Badness was in prison, he sent men to kill his children's mother, the mother of his son, Mario, who is in the United States of America illegally. We want you to know that this man, charge of badness, O.C. Che, we know your correct name and we know what you do for a living. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel do not support your modus operandi of using violence, threat, intimidation and arson to dislocate residents in the name of votes. We know that it was Che, yeah, you charge of badness, who is responsible for the death threat to Dr. ZELLE. Yes. Yeah man, we know that long time, Che. We know that. That's why we love Special Branch. Yeah, so based on information received and obtained, that's why we love the Special Branch bridging them, you know, believe you me. Yeah, Dr. ZELLE, the one that was resigned. Yes, although Dr. ZELLE did not say who made the threats or whether it have been reported to the police, but we at the Jamaica Young Police Channel knew the information thanks to our intelligence members of the defunct Special Branch who are giving us solid information. So this is the man who threatening, you know. So what happened, you know, with this man and Dr. ZELLE is that he told, when ZELLE, you know, was selected over there, and he went to meet with the man, and he was told, based on the numbers, that they have to kill several labor rights for them to win, because the labor rights outnumber them, because them grow over the years. And Dr. ZELLE did not subscribe to that kind of notion of killing people. And when he did not accede to what this man was saying, Che, he had threatened to kill Dr. ZELLE and tell him what he must do with his mother. Yes, Dr. ZELLE did not report it to the police, he reported to the party, and guess what? As usual, the PNP LGBTQ plus party, which is a criminal organization, took the side of the criminal, the killer, charge badness, O.C. Che, and not the doctor, who wanted to represent the PNP LGBTQ plus party as they did with Bulby. However, in a short statement, the PNP LGBTQ plus party acknowledged Dr. ZELLE resignation. The party said it was regrettable that it acknowledged the resignation and thanked Dr. ZELLE for his service. Them never chided or distanced themselves from charge of badness, because I saw them operate criminality. It's a criminal organization. Same thing we see happen with Dr. Daz, but him naive, you know, because he was say he's not daunted and this and that. Him naive, because he don't understand that the PNP party is a criminal organization. If you saw what happened to Tyson the other day, or the same men them that he brought from Craigtown to kill labor, them turn around and kill him. Because I know that terrorist is a criminal organization, you know, so. And to date, it's a silence from Mark Golden and the likes. At first they came out, it's an it. That's not how it is, you know. Them use them smoke, them propaganda machine to spread lies. They don't use facts, you know. That's how them operate. So yes, so the PNP, so the party, you know, the PNP LGBTQ plus party said that it would act expeditiously to identify a standard bearer to St. Catherine East Central, and that's how the people them get the Rear Admiral Price. You understand? And since Price come there, he's just pure violence, because he lost, you know, him spend him get all of the money that he had given to charge of badness. Charge of badness, and his family kept it. Him never spread it with the people them and them thing, and the people them voted for terror long. And him decide say in it a bit hell and powder house, because the next election he have to kill off some labor right for win. So Keisha, I want you to listen to, you know, we know that you are the person who is responsible for bringing illegal immigrants from Jamaica to the United States of America. We as law-abiding Jamaicans living in America and working for Uncle Sam won't let none of you people get away with your criminality imported from Jamaica to this country. Yeah, we don't want them. Mr. Price, in case you did not know, your voice is on record talking with charge of badness. OC, yeah. Before the bombing, you are well aware what was going to take place. Still, we as decent Jamaicans won't allow men like you and your party, the PNP LGBTQ plus party, which is a criminal organization, to use the tactics of the 1970s to win elections by using fear, violence, bombing and killings. We are the ones who won't allow it to happen. We do believe that the time has come for some of you aspirants and politicians who are giving the killers, murderers credence and stamp of approval to kill Jamaicans who do not subscribe to your political party to be sanctioned by the United States Department of State and revoke some of you visas and family members with evidence produced to show your involvement in criminality. We will not allow you guys to take Jamaica down that wicked road. We know the PNP LGBTQ plus party has put all the things in place for the situation in Jamaica to get worse, and they are smiling because of the attrition in the Jamaica Constabulary Force, thanks to the Indicom Act and the PNP LGBTQ plus party never give up on creating safe haven and an agency for the criminal. We will put all of you guys on blast and notice, including Mr. Barnes, otherwise called Charge of Badness, otherwise called Che, who reside in Broward County, Florida, and his wife Lisa, who is allegedly responsible for torturing the houses in Gregory Park, St. Catherine. The Jamaica people must live in peace of choosing the political party of their lightnings and vote. In the aftermath of Saturday early morning attack at 44 Walkers Avenue in Gregory Park, St. Catherine, there are varying views on the path forward in bringing safety back to the traumatized member of the community. The incident left more than 55 people homeless, including infant children. Alanda Terrelang, Member of Parliament for the St. Catherine East Central, who visited the area yesterday, said the violent incident was an act of terrorism perpetrated by Gangster. Why never say it's a political operation? This is not merely arson. These are terrorists with malicious agenda to terrorize the people of Gregory Park. Terrelang empathetically told the Gleaner. He noted the persistent patterns of violence which he said has affected the area since 2017 and renewed a call of implementing zone of special operation in Gregory Park. He stressed that urgent action need to be taken to prevent terrorists from freely perpetrating acts of violence, including firebombing homes and taking innocent life. The MP expressed deep concern over the 48 hours curfew imposed by the police, which was set to end today, and how it contribute to an atmosphere of fear among residents. Well, the thing is that, look, before you even go any further, all of the people, all of the management, the hierarchy of the police department at 100 man, them should have get transferred, every one of them, because I knew this was going to happen and didn't put anything in place. When I was at Hunsby, if something like this was about to happen or anywhere station and we knew, the police would be there lying in wait, waiting for these gunmen to come. So, you can do the necessary and send them to the departure lounge, because all of these men have M16 rifle and AK-47 rifle. So, the numbers count. And you just be there waiting for them, and then, you understand, elements of surprise. And once you use elements of surprise, all of them get confused and turn fool, and you get to take them out easy. And they did not do that. So all of the members from the person who hacker soup and to the DDI to everybody supposed to get transferred. You understand? Because this is a life that lost 55 people homeless. And you understand? So Terrelang reiterated a long-term solution for the community lies in developing low-income housing and improved infrastructure. He stressed the importance of creating safe and supportive environment for all residents free from the threat of terrorism and violence. And how about the FLA give all the people them guns though? Like in the yard, everyone I board those them get a gun and them thing there. Yeah, give them gun, I mean. So if you go. During his visit to the affected community, he distributed care packages to the victim and assured them that he had already engaged Prime Minister Andrew Holness in discussing the situation. Terrell conveyed the government's commitment to addressing homelessness by exploring solutions with social housing programs. In the meantime, Rear Admiral Raymond Price, the PNP, the People's National Party LGBTQ plus representative for the constituency, said the torches of homes in Mexico, which left, he said a brother wicked in him, say 15 people homeless last week, and the similar torching of 11 homes at 44 Walkers Avenue on Saturday has no political overtone. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel denounce that lie that he's telling. It's political, and we are not even there, because we have spoken to residents on both sides of the aisles, PNP and PNP LGBTQ supporters and JP LGBT plus supporters, and they are saying it's political. And the PNP supporters now, they are fearing that they are in the crosshairs now of retaliation because of what the men from Gulf did. That's why I don't like the people them with the capture land business. You know? Yeah, man, I believe in that. You understand? So all them people they are Gulf. Yeah, man, sort them out of them thing there. So here, Rear Admiral Raymond Price, let me rubbish all those assertions that this is motivated by politics, and it is motivated by politics. It's not politics of the People's National Party, LGBTQ plus, which is a criminal organization, nor is it the politics to which I subscribe, said Rear Admiral Price, who was visiting here at the same time as Terrell. He warned that the public should not take the easy route and label the incident political, as society would be robbed of the opportunity to find out what had caused the grievance that put children's life at risk. He also called for an apartment-style complex to be established where the 11 houses were located. Now look here at Rear Admiral Price. Everything that happened Saturday and the killing of Rum Punch is politics. I don't know what you're saying and who you're trying to fool. You understand? We know who, we know say you people who are responsible for it, the PNP LGBTQ plus party. And we have seen a release where the police released 11 names. But we take it on and add some oxygen to it. We know that Keisha right now is in the process. They're trying to get ears out. That's the man where he had threatened several detectives that he's going to kill them. You understand? So the thing is that the people within the community, they are the ones who support these murderers and these killers. And the time for you people now to start to turn them over. We as a people cannot be living like barbarians. Black people were peaceful people. And the only way to change this style is to change the mind of the generations. We cannot allow the PNP LGBTQ plus party to take hold of the Jamaican people's mind and continue to destroy them, because they are not doing anything good for them. We at the Jamaica Young Police Channel, we support the law-abiding citizens and not the criminal supporters. Raymond Price, Rear Admiral Price, blood is on your shoulder and the tears of all those people is on you. We know that you wanted to win the next election so bad that you're willing to kill people for it, and that is sad and wrong. In case you do not know, Tony Spalding, who's responsible for many Jamaicans losing their lives, he suffered before he died. He didn't even know night from day. So don't worry. So if you're fighting for power, yes, your day is coming when you're gonna get payment. We denounce violence of any kind. People must free to choose the party what they want to vote for. It doesn't matter which community they are living. A community is not supposed to determine what a person do or who they voted for. You understand? We're not going back to the days of the 1970s. This is 2023, and those who want to take us back there, we need to disassociate them from them. We know that Mark Golan marches with Danville Palmer. They upset a gang leader and not Dr. Daz, and we know that Danville Palmer is a known murderer. We do not want these people to be in charge of our government and our country. We don't want no politician who support murderers to be in charge of our country and people's life. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police Channel out.